first you have, it's literally the sound of rushing water. I mean, all over the world shamans say this. It's white noise, I think. It's the sound of one chemical regime at the synaptic domain meeting another chemical regime, and there is this brief period of chaos. Then the displacing by the drug molecule of the ordinary agonist to the receptor, and then it's like tinkling, far away tinkling bells or chiming, and it comes closer. And now at this point the mind goes to meet it with a projection. The mind always goes to meet the nervous system, and they meet somewhere in cyberspace, and the projection goes onto it. So for me, it's like a Nepalese marching band, or it's an elf band, and I hear them coming, and they're just over the hill, and they're piping away, and it's, and they're on their way, and very quickly it becomes much, much louder, and I'm just flooded with this sense of the presence of the elfin potential, and then it condenses, and those of you who are veterans of these things know that I like to quote Philo-Judaeus on the Logos. The Logos was this informing voice that was the sine qua non of Hellenistic spirituality. Everybody was trying to get a connection to the Logos because it spoke the truth. Well, Philo-Judaeus, who happened to be an exact contemporary of Christ, born before, died after, wrote a whole 15 volumes of commentary on the syncretic religions of his day. And at one point he's discussing the etymology of the word Israel. Interestingly, the word Israel means he who sees God. And so Philo-Judaeus is rapping about this, and he says, what would be the more perfect Logos? And then he answers his own question. He says, the more perfect Logos would go from being heard to being beheld without ever crossing over a noticeable moment of transition. Well, that's what the approach of this elfin band is. It begins as a distant sound. It gets louder and louder and louder, and at a certain volume, it begins to spread out into the visual processing, and then whatever it was as sound gives way to what it is as light, as thing beheld. Well, these Icaros that these people sing in the Amazon are the same kind of thing. I mean, you make a tone, and it's a blue ribbon 4 inches across that hangs in the air, and then you just, and it hangs there, and then you can reach out and touch it. Well, tones like that are literally like broad paintbrushes when you paint with tone. But when you modulate with syntax, you begin to discover you can cut lace snowflakes with this stuff. And, you can produce Rorschachs, and you can do other things. And this is just, to me, the most mysterious thing. I mean, I ask no more than to be in the presence of this. It's beauty beheld. It's that within the human organism, poised at the apex of animal organization, you're able to open this doorway with sound, and then unimaginable beauty of an unimaginable style and quality pours through. I mean, this alien, asymmetric, orthogonal to ordinary expectations kind of beauty that I associate with the absolute other, the transcendent other. Yeah.